everybody. My name is Pичугина. I'm a pupil of Goodwill and Linguist Center. My English pseudonym is Nancy. I'm 13, I live in Moscow, and I go to school number 1905. I've read many books of all publishers, including Macmillan as well. Let me see. Jurassic Park, Rebecca, Bristol Murder, King Arthur, The Sign of Four, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and others as well. My favorite is Rebecca. It's a very interesting story about a girl who married a man whose previous wife, Rebecca, died mysteriously. Everything in his house reminds the girl about Rebecca, and then a detective story begins. It's just impossible to tell you about all the books, because there are more than 100 of them. I'm just crazy about reading. But let me tell you how it all began. I passed my Cambridge PET exam when I was just a 4th grade pupil. 2 years later, I successfully passed my SC exam, and don't be surprised by this, I know. I know you're beginning to think that I'm a cheater, but hold your horses and hear me on. I want to fully explain to you how just I did it. Well, I have never been to any English-speaking countries such as the USA or UK and etc. And I've never had that more than 2 classes a week in my language center. But there is one thing I can't conceal from you. Most of the time I was free from my English school program. To be exact, my teacher formulated a special English program for me, which allowed me to use earphones and audio recordings while reading at the same time. So it's just the reading books that mostly helped me to attain this level I am today. I don't want to deny the importance of communication with real natives. It's important but not crucial, because when you read, you are unable to physiologically interact with various characters in different situations and levels. And I must say that the speech of fictitious characters is more original and much more correct than the slang of the modern day youth. Of course, I did use course books too, and I have no criticism about them at all, because they are fundamental as the human backbone. However, the use of course books alone is as good as just being a skeleton, without flesh and blood. In my opinion, about 80 or 85% of your time should be spent on reading and all parts of the exams. Writing, listening, speaking, and reading will be easy to you when you just read a lot of books. Both grammar and vocabulary will be implanted in your mind. Now I'm preparing to CAE exams, and 2 years ago I started reading only unadapted books, because they give me great pleasure. But let me tell you about my experience when I was younger. I swallowed all the adapted books from the 1st to 6th level. These were books of all publishers, Macmillan as well. It was just like a snowball, because all the new vocabulary added to the old. I think it's needless to say that I've never used dictionary translators, because I'm absolutely sure that the only right way to English is the untranslated method. Sometimes I employ the use of the essential dictionary, but as a rule, the context itself is the best definition. Well, I've grown up with the knowledge that reading books without a pencil is as useless as hunting for berries without a basket. So the pencil is my basic tool. I feel uncomfortable without it, because all these books are full of interesting things, such as idioms, elaborative expressions, or people, feelings and thoughts, about their personalities, appearance, and other such criteria. By the way, about grammar. Of course, you can't open your mouth without knowledge and use of it. You can't be a simple wow or yeah. And if you want to connect two words together, you can't do so without grammar. And the best way to possess it and make it your tool is not to learn a packet of rules, but to read fictions. Now I want to show you the experience I had years ago. Look, there are some colorful crayons. Light yellow, light blue, and light green for past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. You know that all forms of present tenses are used when a character opens his mouth. After you highlight all these tenses, you can analyze, for example, that there's a lot of yellow flowers on our meadows, much less light blue and quite subtle light green. Then we use the orange color for passive and pink for conditions. So reading books with pencils in this manner will make grammar your best friend and not your nightmare. And so you will be able to use all the difficult grammar structures with absolute ease, with only changing the theories. With this grammar, the books is so expensive to me. I won't give them for anybody. So, that's all. Bye.